Hi everyone. So I went out for a walk today. I just went up the road and came back. And I did have another interview, which was good. I had a US recruiter reached out to me. So a lot of the US recruiters are recruiting for positions that are here. It's a little awkward because the rates are over $1 a minute for a normal call. So I told him, maybe we can do WhatsApp, that works better. But he called me back on a local number. So that was good. Now I have to wait and see. I had 2 interviews today. And yeah, I guess AI is taking jobs. So, if I can get back into an executive assistant role or something that's growing, that would be better for me. And my spiritual director was telling me that the restaurant industry is growing. And I've worked in fast foods before in Zimbabwe, so I'm applying for those roles as well. Maybe like a hostess role or like a restaurant manager role. They have programs that they can put you through here. So I have to wait and see if I'm selected and if they can train me. I wanted to go into hospitality anyway. Like when I was a lot younger, I wanted to work at the Golden Mile. And I did work there. I worked at there was a specialty shop where we sold all the animal skin bags, the leather goods, all that high-end kind of product. So I used to work there in the holidays for Mr. Sanders. He used to run the Golden Mile. And I enjoyed that job, so why not? Let's see if something comes from that. I applied to all these retail stores as well. For now, the seasonal work will be coming up for the summer. And all the churches I applied to. It's a numbers game. I guess I just have to carry on applying and hopefully one of those interviews works out. It would be nice if I could go back downtown. I miss the downtown area. Like when I worked at TD, I used to enjoy that. Not these short, small assignments, but my original role. I used to like going to St. Andrew's Club and Conference Center and the Sheraton and all these places where I organized events and things. So let's see. Hopefully something will come from that. And for those of you who are looking into food banks, the way I got my food delivered was on LinkedIn. The Daily Bread Food Bank, they put posts every day. So through that, I contacted them to say that I need food because I don't have a job and I'm at risk, basically. And so then they put their office in touch with me and they organized the delivery because they have a number of food banks that will deliver. So for me, this is a once-off because they said they can't do it like every month in this area. But when the driver came, he said to me, if you need more help, just let us know and then we can see what we can do. They'll do it for you. So the things are changing because more and more people are at risk and more people are using food banks. And it's very sad. It's very sad to see Canada go down like this. But at the same time, what are you going to do? Beggars can't be choosers. Nobody dreams of coming to Canada and earning $900 for the year or having one day of work and putting yourself through university, studying and doing all these things to land up using on food banks. But I'm praying for Canada and may God bless us and have mercy on us and turn things around. And yeah, if you need to do that, I should say that's the way I did it. And then they'll get somebody to contact you. You can contact them through LinkedIn or you can contact the food bank itself. They have to assign you a client number for intake. And then once you get that number, then you can go if you want. The thing is with me that the places are not near. So it would take me like an hour and a half to get to the food banks. And then you got to carry everything and bring it home. So it was just easier for me to ask them to please deliver it. and they were nice enough to do that. I'm hoping that sooner rather than later I'm going to be back at work. And if anybody knows anyone hiring in the banks for executive assistants or any companies, healthcare, whatever it is, then put my name forward. Because the thing is that I've been applying for those roles since 2007, and I just have not been able to get back into a full-time executive assistant role. I know how to book the travel, organize the meetings, do events, but I can't be fired for doing one mistake or because somebody else didn't do what they were supposed to do. So let's see. I hope I get something, but it's a tough market out there. And at the same time, companies are hiring. The banks are hiring. The healthcare started hiring for these admin assistant roles. So I'm hoping I get something. And something that will give me good hours and a good salary as well, because I also have to help my mom. They were all helping me whenever they could from time to time. So, I can't keep asking people to help me. I also need to be independent. And we are all responsible for my mother because I sponsored her, but I had support from the family to do that. So, taking me to Sunnybrook and putting me in there, it's not just going to impact me, it's going to impact everybody else because I'm not the one with mental health problems. And that will also affect my mother's citizenship because I signed her papers. It doesn't matter if she's been here a long time and she's a citizen and she's remarried. At the end of the day, I'm the one who sponsored her. And I don't need that stigma or people to say that unless I'm going to go and do another assessment, they're not going to help me. Then don't help. That's not the way to treat a family member, and it's not the way to treat even your friends. You don't want to help, don't help. If you can't help, just say, I'm sorry, I can't help. Don't put your issues and your thinking onto somebody like me, because I have my support system in place. And if I need the help, I know when to ask for it. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts for this evening. There's lots of apps out there. You don't have to feel that, oh, she went to university and we can't do what she's doing. Everybody that has been educated in the Catholic Church, who goes to Mass, who's confirmed, has the same skills as I do, has the same knowledge as I do, has the same research skills as I do. Especially if you come from Zimbabwe, there's no excuse. We were all educated through the same RCIA programs. We were all educated with the same Bibles. We all here in Canada have access to the same tools. And we all know how to think critically. And there's so many apps available today that you can use, Catholic apps. There's the Ascension app. There's the Vespers app. There's so many that you can use to help you to do your research. You can get a Catholic book on the Constitution of the Church, Vatican II. Everything's available. So, there's many, many people doing what I'm doing. It's not just me that's putting out videos and trying to help others. Anybody can do it. And that's something that Deacon Bill has mentioned many, many times in our church, that if you're Catholic, you can do all these things. You can educate, you can help. You can even give the last sacraments if there's no priest there. So we can all do these things. It's not just me. It's not like, oh, she's the only one that can do that. It's not the case. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share. I never thought that I would be using the food banks again. But my mom and I did have to share once before because things got so hard for us. And now again, I'm back on the food banks. I can never seem to earn enough to save for a down payment, to buy a home, to travel. Other people travel 2-3 times a year on their holidays to Africa, to Mauritius, New Zealand, wherever. I've only had one holiday since I've been here. And that was to go home to pay my respects to people there because everybody is getting older. And I wanted to go home and see the people who were left there, which I did. But I've been through a lot and I've done a lot for people. So please continue to pray for me that I get a good paid job and that I get the financial help that I need. I'm not putting out that link for nothing. I don't have the money to live. So it's important. And I'm praying that God would keep me strong in my faith, in my health, so that I do what I need to do. And it would be nice to get a job downtown. I would like to go back to a full-time job with the benefits and the healthcare coverage and the pension and all of that. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if I can work, I want to work. The government's cut back on a lot of the supports that they put in place. They used to give a lot more than they give now. There's very little available now. So if I can work, I want to work.